Yeah. So welcome again to this tech hour of Arcware. We will deep dive today on the platform side a bit. So you will be like joined from me, Manos, co-founder of Arcware, and Eski.
Yeah, I'm the sales and account manager. If you have account with us, you're talking to me most of the time or before having an account too.
Yeah, here is the table of content, what we will go through today. So we will start really a review of the platform from account creation, uploading all the controls. We will go on every option together, and then also of course distribution, like checking the share IDs and a bit web SDK with some nice showcases of front-end integrations. And we will also again demystify, talk about our ecosystem, meaning what we are building around pixel streaming. At the moment, we have two nice services, tools, direct flow and asset management, and Q&A. So yeah, account creation, straightforward. And maybe Ezgi, you want to
Yeah,
talk
sure.
about the plans a bit?
Yeah, I will also drop a link in case it is needed to create the account. But what is most important, create account creation is straightforward. But the plan you choose is a question that I get daily, very often. Basically, you would like to start with a free trial if you just want to test our streaming first, our servers, how it's working from the location you are for your project, etc. And during this time also you should be connecting us through Discord or emails so that we can support you during this process. And then once you know everything is working well and you want to get started and you want to maybe share the links with your investors or just embed it on the website, then you choose a plan, paid plan. In that case, you can either directly choose light or core plan. And this is what I recommend you to start with again, because we have another plan called custom plan. But we always say first, check how you stream and then let's talk about this. So you can either go to light or core plan. In case you have many different projects or you're expecting slightly high traffic and maybe many concurrent users at the same time, we recommend you to start with core immediately. In case you're still testing, you're not sure, you just have one project yet, you're not sure about the traffic, anything, then start with light plan because you can always upgrade or downgrade anyway. So they are very flexible, monthly options, no commitment. And yeah,
Nice.
that's it.
So later we will deep dive a bit on the very initial step, which is uploading your project. We will talk about the uploading pipeline and also the rules for how long your projects are kept and so on. And the next step would be diving in on all the project controls, even descriptive or really settings that you can change. We will explain everything. And yeah, at the end, we will go on the explanation of the share IDs, share links, we call them. And we will go in some nice showcase of utilization of our web SDK and integrating the stream on your own domain website. Yeah, the ecosystem, as I explained, the target is here to build some nice tools and services around pixel streaming to enhance the experience and help. In this case, Direct Flow is helping a lot on real-time debugging before you even upload your package. You can utilize Direct Flow to with a share link normally, or to even talk against the front end to see how everything works before you even zip your, like package your application, zip and upload. And this is a very, very handy tool. We had a webinar. I just want to maybe drop a link of the webinar we had with Dirk back then on
Yes.
going really deep on these two features. So, but it's really good to just make a heads up. So, you know, and then of course asset management. This is now on early access. We were on beta, now we are on early access on this service. And this is also kind of a very, very scalable service tool, you can say, which lets you in the first place to asynchronously load assets on runtime when you're running streaming. Meaning you can load and unload assets while you have an instance running. It helps a lot on projects that go crazy on size. You cannot, let's say an example, an Arcvis real estate project with 100, 200 apartments or whatever buildings. It's just impossible. At one point, the project grows, and then it's very, very slow, or even uploading, or even maintaining it. So we have this feature, which is the repository residing near the GPU cluster, where you can put your assets there. It supports many formats: the pack file, USB, GLB, whatever, and you can asynchronously load the assets. And that's the initial kind of concept. There are a lot more things you can do with this kind of a service. But yeah, that's that. Then we can maybe go. I can prepare the account. I mean, we don't need to go to the registration phase,
Yeah.
but I already created a trial account today, so let me try to log in. Yeah, I mean, now you can go. So platform.arcware.cloud. Here is what
Share the link
everything
already.
starts. And I just created today a trial account, the very, very first step. And we can go through the upload pipeline. In this case, you will be, if you don't have any project uploaded, the first time you click on your initial project, which is created with the name project 1, you will be landed on this page where you need to upload your project. Just kind of flashback on the project side, we also have our template on Epic Games Fab, which has the basic setup of pixel streaming, even for the communication for frontend, plus 3 modes of orbit mode, fly mode, and walk mode, which are seamlessly working on any device, even touch devices and everything. So, but you really don't need to do more than enabling, in a very, very basic step, enabling the pixel streaming plugin and packaging your application. You can, of course, package it a developer build or a shipping build. Developer build means you can even have some log outputs. If you are still developing, I suggest going developer build, because the application might have crashes, whatever. So we can give you the logs. And here we have the upload page. We can now iterate and upload. I already uploaded the package, but we can do it again together. So what you do is you either drag and drop, or you click on the button and go to the path where your package is and select it for uploading. So in this case, let's go drag and drop. The upload will start automatically. Then we have an option here, auto release, which means after uploading the package, this thing will auto release. Releasing a package means you will have a slight disruption of the service, because the package that is active will be wiped and the newly uploaded package will be distributed across the servers and respecting the number of concurrent streams you have. In this case of a trial, we have 2 concurrent streams. That means you will be distributed on 2 servers. And then we have the upload pipeline. Here you can see the upload is done. Then it goes through the antivirus scanning. We check what we receive, if it has any viruses, and then it goes through the gauging phase where we actually check if it's an Unreal package project, what for version of pixel streaming it has. Here a parenthesis, up until now we support pixel streaming version 1, but as Dirk mentioned, new features, so pixel streaming 2 is coming very soon, hopefully in the next week. And after that the project is ready to be released, but in this case it will auto release because the option auto release is enabled, so we can wait. And yeah, maybe it already passed, but we also have a resume function, meaning if you have any disconnection or something happened or the page was refreshed, whatever, the upload will be interrupted, but still you have 24 hours to resume your upload. So you will see a new pop-up. Maybe we can even show it. Let's just in parallel do one more upload. So in this case we are now 5, 6, 7, 8, 10%, whatever. Then we just go on another page. This is already an interruption. And if we go in the packages, we will see this nice description. Your upload is interrupted. Do you want to resume or you want to discard? Let's say resume. So now it is waiting the same package. So if we again drag and drop, it will continue where it left and it will finish the story. But now I would actually clean this up. So discard and start over. This will be deleted later, and this one is now on the pipeline. But not to wait, we can then maybe go to the settings first before previewing and going to the share link. Feel free to drop any questions if you have.
I'm also dropping some links as Manos speaks when it's related. You can save them, bookmark them, and check later.
Yeah. So in the settings page, we have 3 tabs: General, Stream, and Web SDK. So here we have the project name, of course, straightforward. We can go and change it. Webinar, whatever, changed. And here we also have those are descriptors, like you can see that the version that is active at the moment is 5.7.4 and pixel streaming 1. This setting is if you want to distribute your project. We have 2 co-locations, one in Munich, of course, and one in LA. As you know, we own our infrastructure and we are scaling not so fast like hyperscalers, but very strong. In LA we already have 5090 GPUs, so Blackwell series of GPUs, and Munich. So this setting is pretty much from where do you want to stream. We can also support multi-region, of course, by request at the moment, which will later be a feature of the upcoming enterprise plan. But for now, feel free to reach out, so we can put the setting and distribute your projects on both regions. And it works with location and distance, so whoever is closer you can see here now that the new project passed through the gauging, so it's now being distributed. Then we have the resolution setting. By default, 1080p is the default. You can go here, of course, lower than that. But again, if you need high resolutions, this is also something that we enable by request. And later it might land on the on marketplace because it actually generates heavier load on the GPU and TDP. But at the moment we can go up to 4K by request. Then we have the dynamic resolution. Dynamic resolution means the resolution adapts to the aspect ratio of the screen of any device and the resolution. That means if you will stream on a mobile device and the device has lower than 1080p, it will even go lower than 1080p and adapt to the aspect ratio, so it fully fills the container of the stream, respecting the resolution and the aspect. Then we have the hovering mouse option. Hovering mouse on off. When we have it on, that means we have the hardware cursor, like the Windows cursor normally. And when we have it off, we will be locked in the container. And then we can use the in-game cursor from the engine, from Unreal. Or no cursor, it doesn't matter. If you will be rendering it from the application, then you will see it. But of course the software, not software, but the in-game, the Unreal cursor, it will have always a latency, but it is for experiences, let's say pure 360 experiences where you want to rotate like a first-person shooter or whatever, then you need to disable this setting. We can check it, of course, later. Then, yeah, we are, of course, on trial. That means we even have a watermark if you create a share link, which we will see later. And we cannot remove the Arcware logo. So here the rules are that on a trial you have the watermark plus the logo on the right side. This is all in our documentation, of course. And if you go on the light plan, you don't have the watermark, but you always have on the bottom left corner the kind of a small powered by Arcware. And if you go core plan, you can remove it. That's that. And yeah, of course you can delete the project. In this case of a trial, you cannot delete the project. This is the general stuff. And then we can go to the stream settings. So maximum streams, and this is the concurrency. By default on trials you have 2. You cannot go more than that. That's the limit. You can go lower, of course. On light plan, the same. You start with 2 and 1 project, and on the core plan you will have access to 5 projects and 3 concurrent streams by default per project. Then we have the reconnection threshold setting, which by default it's on 10 seconds. This is kind of a safety setting, meaning if a stream or while streaming, if you have any interruption, disruption, whatever, you accidentally refresh the page for 10 seconds, you will always land on the same instance, not to lose your configuration, your experience, and whatever. So that's this setting, and that means even that if you close the stream, you will always have 10 seconds running. It will be running for 10 seconds still before it completely closes the WebSocket and the stream is done. But you can of course go down to 1, 2, 3, whatever you want. So that's the reconnection threshold setting. Maximum instance runtime, straightforward. In this case, by default, 15 minutes. This will stop the stream no matter what after 15 minutes, just like that. Of course, on a custom frontend or WebSDK integration, You can even make a timer. You can put a timer that the user knows that this experience is for whatever amount of minutes you decide it to be for. Starting grace period, this is a setting that we exposed. This was normally internal setting, and because of the so much custom applications, by default we have 30 seconds, which means 30 seconds of start time of the application that spins up and the level is loaded and also the signaling connection is done, which in 99% of the cases it's totally fine. But we have applications that need more than that, and we had always the question to increase this amount because it's documented. And what we did is we exposed it completely so people can do whatever they want. You can go from 15 seconds up to, what is this, and 183 minutes. So feel free to bring this up if you have applications that need some more time to start. For us, 30 seconds, it's kind of the golden line, which means the application is okay for streaming. More than that, it needs optimization. Then we have a queuing system in place. By utilizing the share links, you will even see a pop-up where it says that all streams are consumed and you are queued, so, and the queue number even, and you need to just wait until someone goes out of the stream, and then you can jump in. Of course, the queuing on the Web SDK side has also handlers where you can completely make a custom queuing design and everything to make it even more interesting. But yeah, we also have queuing in place. Overrides of away from keyboard, AFK, yes, of course. This is also a very important setting. By default, you will have 600 seconds and then 10 seconds to kill the stream. So that's that, but you can of course manipulate it. And AFK is very important. I mean, someone might go in a stream and do really nothing. You don't want to be burning minutes, so to say, because of inactivity. So you can really control the away from keyboard state here. And then we have the Web SDK settings. Those are pretty much one-to-one, except of one like the styling and customization from the pixel streaming infrastructure, as we are based on it. You can enable and disable the buttons like full screen, the stop button, the audio, the info button. We can check this in preview in a bit, and the microphone input also. We support also microphone input, of course. Lately we have a lot of experiences with artificial intelligence where you talk to meta-humans or in general manipulate the experience via voice. And also the inputs, same thing, keyboard input, mouse input, you can enable or disable. Gamepad, XR controller input, that's the VR part of the things. Still experimental, but it's possible. And fake mouse with touches, which is rarely used, but it is used in some cases, where you just fake the mouse with touches, but you cannot have features like double taps or panning and stuff like that. You really can have the drag and drop, drag and rotate function. Yeah, and lately, this is also a new feature. You can now customize the default button positioning. All these settings from the Web SDK, like the full screen, stop, audio, they were normally appearing always on the bottom right corner in a vertical orientation. Now you can completely bring these buttons wherever you want, and also the orientation can be changed, or even reversing the order. This is a feature we introduced lately. And those were kind of the settings of the streamings. If you have any questions, but
Yeah,
yeah,
anytime drop in the chat, you don't have to wait.
I mean, Adam knows everything,
Yeah.
I see.
Maybe Uxia can have questions.
Yeah.
Okay, for now,
The
no
Arcware logo is
questions.
so small. Okay. You have a light plan, Adam? I think you are in core.
No, no, it's Dirk who said that.
Ah, yeah, Dirk said that. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay. What was after that? Let me just. We were upload.
Direct,
We went to the
direct flow and
setting.
asset management. I
No,
think.
distribution. Let's go to
Okay.
the sharing side of the things. So share IDs. Here is where we create actually the links that we can share with anyone. Yeah.
Maybe just what this question. Yeah, actually, we did talk about this, Adam. That's true. When is the analytics improvements coming? They look so good.
Yes, Adam. I told. Hopefully by the
And
end of Q3, we are
three?
really. Yeah.
Okay,
2 is almost done.
that's true.
Yeah. No, Q3. But it will be an epic addition to everything. Believe me. This we are preparing. Yeah, a lot of stuff that will help you, even even for your marketing campaigns. But this is a big one. This was not so easy. That's why it takes some more time. So I completely underestimated the the
Effort.
the take effort. Yes, but it's coming. Before that, we will support pixel streaming 2 is coming now with multicast. So guys, also. And in the meantime, we are already working on analytics from the beginning of this year, but I think end of Q3 will be. So end of September, let's hope we will have it. Let's see, maybe even before. But in between, they have the summer period, so that's it. Yeah, share IDs. Straightforward. Here is where you create your links to share with everyone, or even to embed. We have settings here like kind of start time and expiration date. These things help if you have an event running and you want some streams or share links to be active between a range between some dates. You have then maximum usage 1, 5, 10, 15. That means 50 streams, 50 actives. After 50 active streams on this link, it will stop working. But you can still go anytime and edit it. It doesn't mean that you need to create a new one, because you might be already sharing it somewhere. That doesn't mean you need to change the link and then go and change your share link again. You can just go edit and change it to infinite, and it will start working again. And of course, you select your project. Let's select our project. One other thing we can do here, in this case we are trial, we can do also white labeling. You can manipulate or override the AFK per share link, which is an interesting one. And then you create your share link. So now you can copy the share link to start streaming or sharing, or you copy the token, which is actually your key on accessing the stream, and you can embed it through. It's needed on the web SDK side to embed it on your website. Maybe another interesting thing that many were asking. So if you let me copy the share link, but let's paste it without the ID. In this case, you will land to a page like this, so you will not expose it in the URL at all. That means you can have not security, but a bit more a discreet way of sharing your link, so you can share with someone the share.arcware.cloud, and then if we take the token and then also the token separately, and if you enter the token here, you will land on the stream, but this time you will not have it on your URL. So it's kind of a bit cleaner way without exposing it on the URL level at least. So, and yeah, here you can see the watermark, the logo, and everything. Of course, we are a trial. That is the share link side of the things. We can now go to the preview maybe. You also have access to previewing your stream. And we can maybe now change some settings for the buttons, so we can see in action. So you can see here we have the default front-end buttons here on the top right corner with vertical orientation. So if we go and let's try to go custom and bring it to the top left and horizontal and save, that means we will have the buttons on the top left and horizontal orientation. So this is just moving around the buttons, adapting it to the experience. Of course, on the Web SDK side, you can do whatever you want. That's just for the share links, pretty much, but it was requested. That's why we did it. And now, I mean, in this case, we also had, I guess, some nice integrations with Web SDK. So lately we had a great release, which will be published soon again from, let's check the Hyundai case. So here the guys did great work, and they are even going a bit deeper and even integrating a bit of AI on their experience, which the Ionic 9 experience has changed completely. So this is one of our clients. We can showcase this, it's totally fine. We can even post about it. So if you scroll down on the website, now we are on the German, you will see this window on starting the experience. So starting it, you will see a complete custom loader. It even asks allowance to our microphone, because the experience has a microphone input, which you can talk to it now, and you can do whatever you want. In this case, it's German, of course, but this is a fully custom integration, completely different buttons. Here is the AI part, of course. By the way, it's hearing me, but I'm not talking German, so it doesn't do nothing. Or I don't know, maybe is it hearing me? Because we in parallel hooked up the microphone to the stream. Or we can test it. Zeig mir bitte den Kofferraum.
Ah, it does, okay.
Actually it does. But for some reason we cannot hear it, because it also talks back to you. But yeah, this is one complete integration through the Web SDK for a public stream from Hyundai. That's that. And then maybe I could show because we revamped completely the documentation is because we did a lot of changes. Also Pixel Streaming 2 is coming, so we have way more pages now explaining more stuff in detail. So the documentation page for the Web SDK has been updated, so feel free to check. So let's go back. Now I would go a bit to the, because we have seen everything what is accessed on the trial level. Yeah, we also have the notifications, of course, which you will be receiving. And lately check those because we are bringing some announcements and big updates. Hopefully no disruption because we are preparing for a big update on the data center side for Europe especially. Let's see, but yeah, we will also of course send a newsletter for this one. But yeah, we also have platform notifications for everyone. In this case, we have the the webinar one for this particular webinar. So preview packages with this. Yeah, statistics. Those are the basic statistics. Yeah, you can see the number of streams we had, the connections, time until ready, 5 seconds. We have stats like summed runtime, average watch time of the stream, and maximum concurrence reach, which was not one because I was testing it myself. Those are the basic statistics, we call them, where we can go back to a month. Of course, the account is created today, so we can really see stats from today. But yeah, the analytics are coming. Patience. Yeah, I think we covered everything here. Or am I missing something, Yazgi?
No, I think no. I mean, in this topic, yes, but there's still the topic of if you're gonna go deeper in direct flow or asset management.
No, on
No,
this
that's
one,
no.
we'll share the link. We don't need to reinvent
Maybe
the wheel.
just how to access to
But
direct flow
maybe,
from marketplace.
yeah,
But
yeah,
this is trial.
we will go to the core plan now.
Okay.
So I say, let me just switch the account to a core plan account, and we can go on marketplace and the rest. So let's go out and go back again. All right. Yep. So here we have our mother company's account, MIFCOM. So maybe let's just cover some things that we could not before. So on share links, when you are on core plan, you can also white label the stream. So you can change the loader image. We have a loader pulse effect, which is it's on the logo. Then we have the splash screen, which is the background. It can be even a video or a static page, whatever. And you can completely customize the share link. You can even hide the love letters. Let's check this one. So this one, yeah, you can see it's a completely like branded experience without having the Arcware stuff. So you can even white label your streams. Same also on the custom front end, same options are there. You can easily customize this. So this is a point we could not cover. Then we also have the members page. I can't go here because we have invited accounts, which will be shown, but I can show it in our documentation. So this is also a new feature. So we have now members and invites. On a core tenant, you can invite up to 5 persons to manage the account, upload, or they can be even owners, checking even invoices and everything. But that this feature was requested from many of the clients, and we released it, I think, last one and a half, 2 months, yeah. So you can now invite others to your account, so they can have control over it. And we also have 2FA, two-factor authentication is enabled. You can find the option under generals here down. So you can enable 2FA for all users. This is one more layer of security. Whoever is interested and wants to enable it. We did it, of course, because it was highly requested from everyone. Then yeah, on core plans and stuff, then you have your billing information where you input the information where the invoice will be billed. I mean, this comes with any of the subscription levels. Then you have your invoices page where you can download every invoice. And then we have the marketplace. In the marketplace, we have in the core plan, you have access to the extras too. On light plan, you have access only to the direct flow, which means you can go beyond your limitations. So concurrent streams, you start with 5 projects and 3 concurrent streams per project. So on a core plan, you can go up to 10 concurrent streams per project on a monthly basis without talking to anyone or commitment on an annual commitment. And here is the price, like 5 euros per concurrent stream. So you can book 7 plus 3, 10. Then you can also, of course, go and take prepaid streaming minutes with the option to disable the stream. It's kind of a budget control. Disable the stream after this amount is consumed. And again, and of course, extra projects. So you start with 5. Through marketplace, you can go up to 15, adding 10 more projects to your account on a monthly basis. And then yeah, here is the direct flow where you can book your seat and you can start utilizing it. More details on the link, but it's a great tool. It supercharges the development cycles without you needing to package your project, zip up. You can really test everything within the editor, from the editor, with a simple share link or even testing against a front end. You can check the video and you can see the deep dive we did back then. Those are a kind of, I think, the settings on the paid level. So you have the addition, the members page. On light, you cannot invite. This is only for core, but you will still have the page to see. And then we also have the help center, of course. On core, which we have a platform FAQ with some really interesting questions answered, links to documentations and the rest, but the most important is that you can create on core. You have access to directly create a support ticket, also with severity level, SLAs which are respected, and that's a good one actually. Lights and trials, we support them on Discord, but not only. We even had cases of core being supported on our Discord. So feel free to join our Discord server. And yeah, I think that is that. Did I miss something? I don't
And
know.
also maybe for support, you can also come to actually chat on website because we have added that too. That's also very fast way of speaking to me. And then if it's something technical, then I ask Manos. And
Ah, you mean the
yeah, right now I'm offline because probably it's not gonna
yeah
work because
yeah
I'm
yeah.
here.
Also true true. And how many are asking if you are an AI?
Many, like more than half, as testing first if I'm AI or real person. Someone made a test that told me
Yeah
to go to Discord and write him a private message to make sure I'm not AI.
yeah. So I think
Do you have any questions? Meanwhile,
I
yeah, feel free to
think
drop
yeah we can.
because yeah, we are done with the topics.
Yes. Nice. Then if that's that, I think we are in time,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
We kept the thing. Thanks, Dirk.
Thanks
Thank you,
to you.
guys. Thanks for joining. Thank you, Adam. Yeah.
See you.
And yeah, have a nice one. See you on the next one, which will be, I guess, later. Now we will make another one after September, October maybe. Now the summer kicks
After
in.
summer, yes.
Yeah, exactly. All right.
Adam is typing something. Thank you. Yeah.
Adam,
Thank you.
thanks. So thank you all and have a nice summer. Bye bye.